because I was just, again, getting dragged down some of these black capitalist rabbit holes, and I had watched another Earn Your Leisure discussion promoting how black people should get into crypto and all this other kind of stuff. And so when I saw this, I was like, this is what we should get into. And it's of course related to Sam Bankman-Fried or bank run fraud. But the point is 250 times more of a ripoff than Madoff. So Sam
Wow.
Bankman-Fried's crypto companies built a potential 10.3 million user accounts. That's 250 times more than Madoff. During testimony before the House Financial Services Committee on December 13th, John Ray III, the newly appointed CEO of bankrupt crypto exchange FTX, told members of Congress that FTX US had 2.7 million user accounts, while FTX International had 7.6 million user accounts. That's a total of 10.3 million potential customers of FTX that may have been built out of some or all of their funds by the alleged mastermind Sam Bankman-Fried and his co-conspirators. That's more than 250 times the defrauded customers of Ponzi mastermind Bernie Madoff. While Ray acknowledged that some FTX users had multiple accounts, even if you cut the 10.3 million user accounts by as much as 2/3, 3.4 million accounts is still 85 times the number of Madoff victims. If you throw into the mix that Madoff acquired his victims over more than 4 decades, and Sam Bankman-Fried's FTX has been in operation for less than 4 years, the scope of the number of people impacted is stunning. The quantity of people lured into FTX scheme was no doubt aided by and abetted by the paid celebrity endorsers of FTX and its star-studded TV commercials. Now, I have no proof of this, but I still think when it comes to black audiences, those celebrity endorsements pale, pun intended, in comparison to this ecosystem of black capitalists promoting podcasters and media and news and movies and new Amazon Prime shows. I think that does way more to get black investors who have been percentage-wise lost more, as was reported the other day, at least, to get sucked into this. So when I see just the other day, like as all this is being reported, we still have Earn Your Leisure and folks with millions of people in their audiences, millions of views on their videos, telling black people to get into crypto. And then you see this, and it's like, even if you cut it in 2/3, it's 85 times worse than what Madoff was doing. And anyway.
I mean, at this point, I can't feel bad for people. I mean, I'm sorry, but at this point, all the evidence is out there that cryptocurrency is a scam. It's a pyramid scheme. You're not going to get rich. It's not the revolution. It's not going to save you from this system. It's not an alternative to capitalism. In the face of all of this being exposed, if people still want to believe that crypto is anything but a pyramid scheme, I mean, go ahead with your electronic Mary Kate. And what you want me to say? I mean,
but see, this is my point. So, like, I'm sure they're going to be on with Math Hoffa. They were on the Today Show. They get, it's that's why I can't fully agree with the, you're on your own. Like, a lot of unwitting people are being, they watch Drink Champs and they see these well-dressed, stylish, well-spoken, slick-talking young black men saying, do this. How they're not reading Wall Street on Parade. They're not unfortunately watching the Remix Morning Show. You know what I mean? They're being lured into all of that. And Leah, if my critique of EYL is being critiqued, good. It should be. All of my work should be critiqued. Go get it. And let's just see what substance is brought to that critique.
Yeah, I just think these folks got to be. I'm a little in between, but I'm definitely more like it's the propaganda is just awash in it, right? And again, I think we spoke about it a few months ago. As soon as something like this happens, it's not like folks rush out and say, particularly the folks that were supporting it and making a living off of it, that this speaks to a corrupt system, a pyramid game. They go like, no, you overinvested, or if you invested like I told you to invest, maybe this would not have happened, kind of thing, and or that this guy was an outlier, but the technology is sound. It's all that kind of stuff that continually tries to. I mean, capitalism is a pyramid scheme, so the whole idea is that we're going to keep people continually putting money into these things, and again, if something blows up, it just means that person did something wrong or you did something wrong. But if you invest wisely, because like me, like you said, come on, like I think I saw a little bit of the Drink Champs episode, the dude, which I don't understand. Again, this is my age thing. I don't understand how anybody looks at this dude and takes it seriously. Like the 4 rings on each finger, the sash, like the beauty pageant sash. Yeah, the nation kufi with the crescent and the star. I just don't understand how someone
self-referring as God.
Yeah, the bibble babble gets to over is like that's intelligent speak. I'm like, he's bibbling and babbling. I don't understand what's going on here.
But I think part of my I don't know, part of my crotchetiness comes from me feeling like this is exactly what pulpit pimps do. It's the same thing. This is exactly what these megachurch pulpit pimps do. When the scandal finally breaks out in the church, right? When everybody finds out that the whispers and the rumors about, the other woman or the other women or the other men were true. And, the pastor and his wife are living in the mansion and they got the Bugatti and the Maserati and the jet, parked at the mansion. But folks in the pulpit can't pay their bills. And what is the pivot? The pivot isn't, look, we told you these people were thieves. We tried to tell you that. And now you see they're thieves after, their infidelities or their, theft comes to light or whatever. The pivot is, well, you cannot question the man of God. The principle is sound. You have to sow into the ministry for your seed to flourish. It's the same thing. It is the exact same thing. And I just kind of feel like if we have that much heat for Christians who fall for that shit, and we should, I have that much heat for Christians who fall for that stuff, then I think we should have that much heat for folks who listen to folks who cosplay as a dollar store Joffrey Joffer and push some crypto on people. You
got a point.
Not Joffrey.
And then it's the whole conspiracy. The other part of it is the conspiracy theories. It's like everybody's pointing to like, oh, somebody's targeting this person. It's like, well, I mean, when you steal that, when it looks that, it's not that obvious. But then everybody wants to be a political prisoner at that point, right? For themselves. Then they all of a sudden the government's after them. It's the government. It's like, but I tell you, it's the government, and I got folks locked down. We got folks locked down. Right. To actually do stuff that you ignore. But as soon as your stealing ass gets caught, you know what I mean? Like with the bank account shifts, with the money you can't pay back, like you said.
And then they take their white wives to court and talk about how racist white America is attacking the black.